All right, finally today, our forgotten teams in Philly sports history, the Dolly Vardens. And I've talked about this a couple years ago, but they were the first all black female baseball club. So they're first all black and all women female baseball club. They started playing in the 1860s through the early 1900s. They would just have scrimmages against each other. Sometimes they would play other teams, but based on the climate of the political climate and social climate of the day, they play like in fields that were cut out in the woods and things like that. Most of their games were played in the backwoods in Chester. One of these games, though, the scrimmages against each other, was covered by the Philadelphia Times, and this happened in 1883. And then when they covered the game, it made national news. It became a national story, and it's good that we see this. And oftentimes the Dolly Vardens are not giving the publicity or the credit they deserve for the civil rights movement, but they certainly helped lay some of the groundwork for what we know as the civil rights movement that happened 80, 90, 100 years after the Dolly Vardens, setting some of those cornerstones for what everyone would be fighting for. They were called the Dolly Vardens because that was the style of dress they wore. And like if you picture the fancy dress from the 1860s, 70s, and 80s, that's kind of what they wore. And that's what they played in. So imagine playing baseball in a big poofy dress and doing it in the black backwoods. But these are the kinds of stories that I like to kind of give you on here. I don't talk about this a lot, but one of my favorite things is, obviously I like giving my commentary, but I like giving the stories about some of the things that just maybe we forgot or didn't know. That's why I'm talking about these forgotten teams. But the Dolly Vardens, who played in Chester, they were the first all-black and all-female baseball team in the area. First all-female baseball team, period. First all-black female team, and became a national story when the Philadelphia Times covered one of their games. And like I said, they often get like a footnote in the civil rights movement, the history of the civil rights movement, but they certainly were pioneers and laid the groundwork for a lot of the future of the civil rights movement. So shout out to the Dolly Vardens, today's forgotten Philadelphia sports team.